Lately, it just feels like my streaming has become more and more scuff. I forgot to turn the volume on for Minecraft last night. But the mic check is sounding good, so I guess that's something. I'm still not hearing any sound coming over here from Minecraft. There we go. There it is. Okay. So here we are. Welcome to NoC is Gaming, and I am NoC. Normally, you'll see me playing Genshin Impact, My Pale World, maybe Craft Mine, or Grim Dawn. But I decided to take a break from that yesterday and come into my old Skyblock, Dr. Trog's Skyblock Infinite. And I said, okay, I've got this spot that I want to go. I want to go work at. It's a big build. And I said, okay, I remember where it was at. Well, I remembered wrong. And I took us out to the middle of nowhere, out in the middle of the sky, in the middle of nowhere. And I went searching and I found what I thought was the spot, but it's not the spot. But it'll do as a good third. While looking for the spot I was looking for, I found a nice second one that I had already built a platform and everything out to and everything. I'm just like, ah. But here we are. We're here. So I logged back in earlier today. I went through the trial chamber some more. I dug myself up a whole bunch of block resources to get us out here, get us back all the way over to approximately, well, we're at 2,000 by 0. So that's approximately where we're at. 2,000 by 0. And this is where we're at so far. No, that's not it. There we go. So I've gotten ourselves all into position. So what is it that I'm aiming us out here for? Is it an underwater ruin? No, it is not. It's what's to the right of the underwater ruin. So let us go. Let us go. Let us go. So in the process of doing all this, I also used up a lot of my valuable resources. That primarily being wood, or in this case, bamboo. It was bamboo, and I've used it all up. I used it all up to make picks. I made stone picks. I should have made iron picks, but I was like, well, I want to save my iron for something else. And then when I got down there and used up the last of my wood, I went, oh, I don't have anything left to make another sword if I need to. So there it is. You can't see it yet, but as it comes on into view, you'll get a better look at it. That's right. Are you seeing what it is? Mm-hmm. It's a stronghold. That's the nice thing about Skyblock Infinite. Is you don't need the Eyes of Ender to find your strongholds. You just kind of got to go out and roam around and look for them. And I wasn't even looking for this. I was actually patrolling out here for another trail ruin. And there is another one, but it's on the other side of the map. Okay, so we're kind of like right to here right now. This is a covered shelter because there are phantoms, and I do not wish to be bopped by the phantoms, but let us crouch and look. So we're not even over it yet. The sad thing is that the safest place for us to land for this is the spawning chamber. Kind of, sort of. I don't have the Eyes of Ender to open up the portal. I don't even have the gear for it. But here it is. Now, the one I was going for, that I thought was really cool was another one of these right next to an ancient city. Now, that I thought would have been cool. This and an ancient city all put together. You know, it's just like, but no. No, I went to the wrong one. Well, I guess we could aim for that one right there and drop in on it. As you can see, everything is scattered. There's a lot. Anything that's built kind of from natural stone or anything, it's gone. It's all just fragments and stuff. In order to do this properly, we would need a lot. We need a lot of stone resources in order to lay out floors. I mean, we can get this thing set up. We can get it set up so that way we can access it when we're ready, when we finally have everything, and there it is, and we're ready to go fight the Ender Dragon. So we can pre-build that. How much stone do I have left? I saved one. I've got, lots of flat, bottom halves. What I normally do if I want to do something like this is I'll drop below it. And then I'll build a platform so that way I can just break things down and it falls on the platform and then I can just pick it up at my leisure without losing anything. So there doesn't really seem to be enough room for anything to spawn. Of course, there are the spawners inside the spawn chamber for the silverfish. Annoying little silverfish. Annoying little things. But in the meantime, I did sleep before I came out here, so I've had a good night's sleep. So we have our 3 days of protection. So we're going to be aiming for that. We're going to try and drop down into that. And that should give us enough levels that we can do more bridging out from that to other sections. I think we're good. Okay, well, you remember from the last one how we played this game. I'll make this up a little bit better. So that way I've got some maneuvering room. Oh, what was that? What was that? Maybe things do spawn down here. Well, things do. They're spawning. They're spawning up there on the roof. Now let's take that one off. Let's just watch and see where it goes. Well, on target. Remember, we're going to want to go this way when we touch down. Well, sort of on target. Oh, lovely. What was that? We're in a river biome, which means there's all sorts of weird fish and everything spawning. Iron, iron, redstone, redstone, iron leggings. Well, I'm glad something survived at least. Oh, that's what it is. It's squid falling to their doom. No. Yeah, I'm just going to say goodbye to that one. That works. Just leave that there. Lost that one. 6. Well, 6 out of 8. Good. Yeah, so I would totally platform this out so that way I could catch all the books and the bookshelves and take them down. Make them mine. All the books will be mine. But sometimes that's going to be difficult. And that's not exactly what I'm here for at the moment. Damn it. I'm just going to have to be a little bit more careful. You know what that is? That's wood. It's not a bookshelf, that's wood. And we are back in business, except for I didn't bring any iron with me. So we're somewhat back in business. Oh, hello. I don't know. There we go. I catch it? I think so. All right. That's where we're going, where the lava is falling. No, we lost that door. Lost it to the void. That's an interesting point. Yep, there they are. And they're just going to fall to their doom. And we're going to take care of this the old-fashioned way. There, nothing's spawning up here now. And nothing's spawning up there either. Some things may spawn out over there and spawn out over there, but... and something may spawn out over there. But overall, we are in a spawn safety zone. I guess that's a slime block. That's a slime chunk over there. Yay! Silverfish went into the lava. Silverfish got burned. It'll be about the right spot. Good. All right. Click off of here. I'll come over this way instead. Oh. I found iron. I've struck iron! Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. See if I can. Do that or just drop down through the roof and destroy it. I'll wait for the next round, then I'll go through and just blast the crap out of them. I'm sure there's silverfish in the blocks. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so we've achieved getting to this. Let us gaze upon. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We need 11 Eyes of Ender. That needs for us to find ourselves another fortress. Anything up here? Just this upper level of library. So if I was to like build off of here, for example, I could build out underneath it. Do I have enough bricks for it? Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't have enough bricks to table the, to platform that all out. Well, there we go. We found ourselves a fortress. We can go fight the Ender Dragon anytime we feel ready. No. Isn't there a chest over there? There's a chest over there. No, the chest is over there. There's a chest up there, too. I think I'd rather wait for the sun to rise. Just in case any skeletons spawn, yeah. Yeah, I think doing the ancient city would have been much, much better than just doing this, but I scuffed it. See, the trouble is me and these things is I don't have them pre-set up. I kind of get home from work, sit down. Sometimes I nap first because I'm that tired, and then kind of go, what am I in the mood for doing? What do I want to do? And then that's how I get here. Me and my oopsies. Because I'm like, well, what do I want to do now? What do I want to do now? I said, well, I want to do something building creative and progressive. I said, well, Pale World's not really set up for that yet. I'm not ready for that because I'm still just trying to get myself ready. But I remember I have all this. Why don't I go look on this? Getting down there into that ancient city with, just voids spanning behind it. That'd be awesome. That'd be an awesome, awesome thing to do. Except for, well, I blew it. Just making sure that I didn't leave any holes. Okay. Well, this is how to get up there. I'm just going to have to build myself some stairs, I guess. Guess I'm just going to have to build myself some stairs. And my trouble is I don't have any... Oh my god, look how big... this is actually much higher than I realized. I'm not even going to try and capture the... Oh. Capture that chest. But... eye armor. Ah, interesting. There's another chest I saw someplace up here. Didn't I? I did. I just don't know where I saw it. Oh, that means I'm going to have to climb back up and go look again. Hey, jeez. Come on, guys. Did I? Well, I was all the way over to here. I did that, and then I looked down and went, oh, there it is. It is top of the second bookshelf in. All right. There we go. Paper and another eye trim. I can do my own paper, thank you very much. Thank you. So this is the thing, I don't have Silk Touch, so if I cut these out, they're just going to become books again. Yep. Fortunately, I have lots of wood. No, I got to make a lectern. That's always what's really a big pain in the butt. I have to make a lectern. Oh, I got 53 books. Okay. Okay, I can't say because I don't have a... and then we were also looking at going out to that one out there. Just want to get out there and get a torch out there. Okay. Aim myself at that. Question is, can I get over there before the sun sets? If I hesitate thinking about it, then no. But if I get over there close enough, things won't spawn because I'll be right there next to it. Oh, wow. I'm more than right next to it. I'm right under it. There we go. Throw a little bit of light out over there too. And there we go. Oh, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this now? Carefully. That's how we're going to do this. We're going to do this carefully. Apples. Ah, another pick. Nice. If I catch it, I catch it. If I don't, I don't. I don't. Oh, I did. Okay. So if we hang out here and the phantoms come for us, they can just get caught up in the webbing. I would have preferred, well, do I need iron? Okay, I got 3 things of iron. I got enough oak planks so that I can make myself another crafting table. And then I can just hang out underneath here all night. Another crafting table, and then just craft myself a fresh sword if I need to. Speaking of which, how much sword do I have left here? 52 attacks, or 52 webs. You know, whatever happens. Got enough. 45. I need some more bookshelf. All right, let me see. So bookshelf's made up of, let me see. I think it's made up of 3 lecterns. See what the crafting. Go away, stupid. 3 books, 6 planks. Okay, I've got plenty of wood. So, oh, it's the lectern that is made up of a bookshelf. Okay. Yeah, and then you need. Okay, so I've got enough books to make. I'm going to need 45 books to do this. I got 62 books. Okay, that's going to be enough for me to rebuild and start working on my enchanting area. And then when I get a Silk Touch axe, then I'll just come through and take this all down and I'll rebuild myself a beautiful, beautiful library at my base. It will be beautiful. 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 I should take a look at Dr. Trog. Is it Dr. Trog? Okay, let's get on over here. Bookmarks. Bum, bum, bum. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Too far down. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's not there. That's so I must have put it. down here. No. No. Yes, there we go. Okay. Let's see if it's here. No, that's just the home page. Okay, Minecraft. Alright, so where did I save it at? Let's just search. That's the other word in there. Is that it? Oh, these are just maps. I don't want that. Okay, we're just going to go over here. And just go. Dr. Trog, that's correct. It is Dr. Trog's. Last updated in 2023, so he... I can't remember what my password is for Planet Minecraft. Yeah, okay, so that's why I'm not going up to 121.4 and 5, is because Dr. Trog has not updated it into 121.4 and 5. So I think it's still at 120. I'm able to do 121. Yeah, it's at 121. But that's all where it's at. I should have sunlight now. I have sunlight. Okay. What are we doing now? Are we going back or are we going to go hunt for more treasure? There's not that much treasure left to hunt for. I think there's something way over there. So we would have to, let me see where it's at, and then we'll figure out where we're going to path off to it. Path off, man. Path off. Yeah, I mean, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like an insult. Yeah, just get to the highest spot. Then we'll look down. We'll look down on it. Okay, there's one over there. So if I cut over to this, I then cut over to that. And of course, there's more over there in that library as well. Is that about it, though? And there's one way over there. Okay. All right. So let's get back down there. Okay. Dude. Bread, apples, and iron horse armor. Oh. There. This one way out there. See right out there? Yeah, okay. Okay, well, we'll take this path first. I guess we'll take that path there. Let's see if I can take that back. Thank you. Good. Now things won't spawn on us. I have Ender and an iron sword. Finally, an iron sword. Okay. Oh, no, we lost that one. Okay, well. It was a try, and we failed, but it's okay. It wasn't a big loss. All right. Not as exciting as I pictured. I mean, challenging to get out here. You know, but actually I haven't gone out there to see if there's any chests. No, the books are going to get wet. No. No, it's hiding here. So yeah, there is no update to Dr. Trog. And Dr. Trog, I think, is getting to that point where Dr. Trog is probably retiring. Let's see. He's got a Twitch channel. He's got a formerly known as Twitter channel and a YouTube channel. All he's got is a clip. Oh, no. Okay, let's look at, doesn't have a, 14 days, last month, 2 months. Okay, so he's still doing some stuff. Okay. Let's see, YouTube. Let's see. It's like 2 months ago. Last time he streamed anything. What is his Twitter? And you have to log in. Alright, well, I'm not logging in. Okay. Yeah, might be a good idea to get him over here on YouTube. From a follow, just in case he ever pops up with anything. I go, Dr. Trog, what are you going to do? Skyblock Infinite 121.5. He'd be like, did you make a donation for that question? I'd be like, no. He's like, I'm sorry. That answer is hazy. Ask again later. Now, I'm not saying Dr. Trog is, it's the one that looks funny, but I mean, that's probably the annoying question. It's like, you want to ask that question, you're going to have to pay for it. Take a look at data pack over on Mondrance. Modrance. Okay. Oh, no world border. Okay. We'll bookmark this. We'll put that over into Dr. Troggs. Bookmark this too. Same place, over into the Minecraft. What else does Dr. Trog have? Actor Island, Trog Skyblock version 4.12. Okay, this map is outdated. The 4.12.3 is outdated. Okay, and then we're back. Okay, we're back to the one. Okay. Close that, close that, close that, close that. Okay. That's everything I wanted to know. And that's nice, gives us a nice little shelter to cover. Is there one more I wanted to go get? Or did I go get that one already? Was there one? I'll have to look when the sun's back up and the rain's stopped falling. But if not, that will probably draw this to a close. Yeah, I could always just get myself some more books while I'm waiting. I mean, I am filling up here though, so. Hailing 4, Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3 is nice, fine. Nice Unbreaking. It's always nice to have. I got 3 chests out of this. That's okay. I got an iron sword, so I don't have to make another iron sword. I got another iron pick, so I don't need to make another iron pick. So I got some ink sacks. Got my shield durability. Okay. Iron leggings. Got some fresh iron leggings. Okay. The Enderman hath come. See if we can get an Enderman trapped inside some cobweb. Oh, excuse me. Just stop raining already. I want daylight. I want to continue on to something else. On Craftmine, I finally started using ender pearls for the first time. So, had fun doing that. I think one of the things I need to do around here is I need to get myself a bunch of obsidian, which I have, and my diamond pickaxe, and flint and steel, and just go around and repair and activate all the nether portals I come across. So that way I can start searching the nether, because the nether is just as much of a void as the overworld. It'd probably be easier to try and search out another fortress that way than it would be just trying to randomly fly through the nether on the hopes of finding another fortress. Because I can't make Eyes of Ender without blaze rods, and I can't make blaze rods without fighting blazes, and the only place blazes pop up are in the nether fortress. So until that happens. Skyblock's kind of slow for me. I mean, it's just, I'm slow, I'm cautious, I have an unreasonable fear of falling. I'm thinking one time I just should start one of these off and just throw myself off like 1,000 times so I get used to it. It's just like, oh, I'm falling. Okay, no big deal. Zombie and Spider. That's a new TNT cartoon show, Zombie and Spider. I've only got 35 cut slabs out there, so not enough to go out there and play with that. Besides, that's all the way out there and I don't need to worry about it. Here comes the sun, doo-dee-doo-dee. Zombies spawning down over there, okay. I'm not seeing any more chests out over there. Except for that one up over there, and there's probably one down lower, so. Ooh. I think if something walks off that, it's just going to fall to its death. Hoping to leave without having to deal with the rain, but, you know. Well, my worry is that it's going to turn into a thunderstorm. There ain't no cover out there. Oh yeah, no, I think I don't want things spawning on that. There we go. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. I think would be this one here. Cool. And yeah, okay. I got up here. I'm happy. Not that there's anything else up here, but... Well, let us return then. Excuse me. I think we are done. Did we actually... Oh yeah, we did. We went out to this. Okay, good. I got that. All right. Let us eat some bread. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Shit, just get. No, 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 no. Up. What are you doing? Oh. I'm pushing the wrong button. Hi. Alright, so... As we bid fond farewell to our fortress. Farewell, fortress. We will be back to you when we have all the gear we need. We think about our long quest home. About 2,200 blocks that direction, and another 217 blocks that direction. And I've only got... I don't have enough blue bricks, so we're gonna have to take the long path home. I mean, I started setting myself up to come back out, and just do 1,000, a straight shot up from 0 up into this, but it's either enough material to get over here and finish this, or material to go over there and do that. And I guess maybe now that I'm trying to go home, enough material to do that, unless of course my viewers, current and future, would forgive my transport and just go into spectator mode and fly myself home. I mean, there's no real danger out here. What could we do for fun? We could go back to the fortress and go into ominous mode and play around in that. I don't think I've ever videoed in ominous mode. But I wanted to make this a building build. That was, you know, a building build or an exploration build. And as you can see from Skyblock Infinite, there is a lot of exploration and a lot of vast nothingness between everything. If I had the right gear, like I said, I would have built a flying machine bridge maker. That would have been cool. And I'd just shoot it off in certain directions, go forth, build me bridges, and it would just go on and on and on until it went out of res. So, and what I would do is I'd build not just a roadway, but I'd build a 2-deep trough roadway, fill it with water, and then use boats to transport myself. Yes, boats. I just thought that'd be cool. All right, so that way is home. 2,000 blocks that way is home. That will take me directly into the tree farm. Pretty much so, yeah. That should take me directly into the tree farm. Unfortunately, I don't have that built. 2,000 blocks. See, 10 sets would be 640. 20 sets would be 1,280. 30 sets. 30 blocks would be, what was that? 1,280. 18, 19, 20. So we'd need like 30. 1920, another one, number 2, we'd say about 30, well, at least 31, 35 blocks, just to have things on the safe side, just to do that. Stopping for little platform creations, things like that. I mean, it's a good idea to build a grid system out here, so that way we can get to all the things and try and work with them. Look, all right, we are in, not yet, we're over ocean. We're currently running over an ocean. Can't you just hear, listen, you can hear the ocean in your ears. But that tree down there has significance. What is the significance, you may ask? It's going to pop up any moment now. At least it should. We're on river now. We're on beach. There we are. We're in a birch forest. Okay, well, that's just a birch forest. Now we're in a swamp. Okay. Never mind. I could have sworn that one said it was in an old birch forest, and that would have been the oldest birch tree in that old birch forest. Oh, the sun's going down. I may have to build myself a shelter. All right, we're going to build a shelter. Build it fast. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. All right. Now we wait. I'm not even exactly up on how many days it's been since we slept. I don't think that is a... I don't even think that's a thing that pops up. Oh. Remember watching, I guess it was Dream SMP. Technoblade had been gone for a little while from playing, Minecraft had updated. He was out just doing stuff, you know, playing 24/7 in the world and stuff. And suddenly he's being attacked by the phantoms and he has no clue what they are. He's like, "What are these? Why am I being attacked? Tommy, tell me what's going on." And Tommy's trying to explain to him how the rule changed that now, you know, they're out there to require you to sleep. He had choice words for that. I think that was a good one. That was, you know, a good moment. He is missed. I barely started getting to know him as a YouTuber. I was not really been into YouTube or anything like that before I got into Minecraft. Well, I guess that's not true. I started getting into Minecraft, I guess, during the pandemic, but not because I didn't have anything to do, because I worked through the pandemic. I was still out there punching my normal time clock hours, except for we closed an hour early and never brought it back. But, you know, just punch my thing and then, you know, just things to watch for. And I've probably told this story before, but I'm going through, I'm looking things, and I'm listening to the Stipendium, and he's doing couple of videos with Cami Cat for female backup vocals. So I said, okay, well, let's see what she's done. And I check out a couple of things, and she does a cover of O Ye Men of Order. I'm like, okay, this is weird. I have no idea what the words are. I'm not going to judge them because I have no idea what they're referencing, but it's a cover. So let me watch the cover. And, you know, watch the original. I watched the original. I'm like, okay, this still doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm not too sure what they're referencing here. It's something, but I don't understand. And then I do a little bit more search, and the next thing I actually come up on is Sadist's Hog Hunt. And right there I was hooked. I'm like, what is this? What have I been missing? Where has this been? Because, you know, I'm looking at the Sadist's animation of it all. So it's looking pretty cool. I mean, she did an excellent job. I mean, the whole thing, all the action and everything, all the tightness, you know. And I'm like, well, you know, what is this? Is this some, you know, is this like a mecha Brit, you know, a bridge or something, you know, where, or like, you know, how they're doing something for red versus blue, you know, and stuff like that. So this is pretty cool. So, you know, and I searched it down and I found the Minecraft, you know, the version of Hog Hunt. And then of course then I watched I don't know, I think it's Doomsday, where they destroy Manberg for the final time. They pound it into the earth, into the ground, down to bedrock. And, you know, then that's when I started getting into things and checking everything out and going, okay, you know, and trying to catch up on all the stuff. And I'd be watching new episodes and new episodes, trying to close the gap, bridge it up, you know, learn the history right away, everything. And yeah, no, and it was getting cool. And, you know, I was checking out Technoblade stuff. You know, I was starting, you know, because obviously Technoblade was the star. He was the star. Tommy was the comedy relief. You know, the abusive sidekick. No, yeah, I was watching to see how things are going and stuff, and, you know, I had not gotten up to Tommy's Exiled. You know, so I was more checking out Techno's input on things and stuff, and one it always seems to be happening when I'm at my lowest, and I'm like, I've got a depression I can't shake. I'm like looking through Imgur, and there it is. So long, nerds. I'm like, what? And that's how it happened. And so I watched that. I'm just like, damn, you know, and then put more pieces together, trying to play catch up and understanding everything that's going on. So I think I knew he had cancer at that time. You know, we're talking a very small window here of a couple of months. So I mean, I had not caught any of his live, you know, stuff or anything. Everything I caught was already recorded and stuff. So obviously, I'm doing catch up. He's already, just trying to chill out and stuff. So it was quite shocking. He was quite an inspiration. Save that in case we have to build something more. So I was actually just really amazed at all the young people on YouTube, primarily primarily the YouTubers, primarily the Dream SMP because I was watching it, but they all did something really amazing and they caught lightning in a bottle. That's the old term for it, and a lot of them came out okay. Some of them came out not okay. Some came out we don't know. Try and avoid the drama, the YouTube-ness of it all. I've not watched the finale of the Dream SMP. I'm somewhere between catching up with Tommy trying to break in to kill Dream, and of course I watched before that when I was just checking out Techno stuff, Techno breaking Dream out of prison. So there's things I have to fill in there. Tommy of course died and was resurrected, and I did catch up. Of course, I've gotten up to that part where he's trying to break in and stuff. So I think that's and Jack's taken over the hotel, and the Egg Pyre. That's where I've gotten up to. I finally got up to the episode, of course, which I want to go this way. The episode where the Egg Pyre invites everyone in to either be to join the egg or be sacrificed to it, and that's where Foolish gets sacrificed to the egg. So I caught up to that part there. And then Techno and Quackity and Purple all show up and just very good. Their scripting stuff is always come out pretty cool. So I think that's one of the things that made it very enjoyable. Of course, that had been like produced as like a big chunk of watch this. So I saw that early on. I just wanted to get up to it. I wanted to see all the events that led up to it and stuff. For the longest time, I'm like, well, why don't you? I mean, these guys are back around. Nobody gets killed for their crimes or anything. And then that's my earlier thoughts on it. They all get away. It's just like, well, they're just going to keep doing it. And then I heard Dream, I think it was, talking about how the SMP kind of run. I think it was Dream or it was Tommy, one or the other. But they're talking about the stories and the scripts, and the basic story arcs. Script is is probably not an appropriate term for it. But the story ideas that they have and how things are planned out. And the thing they said is that everyone gets a chance to be the villain for something. And the Egg Pyre, of course, was Bad Boy Halos and Skeppies and is it Antfrost? Antfrost being the villains, being seduced by the egg. I have not seen, supposedly the egg showed up a long time ago, and I have not gotten to see or find the episode that was in it. It was some sort of in another dimension thing or something. I think it had to deal with Fundy. I think Fundy at the time had found it or saw it originally, and it was like small and weak or something. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll find it. Blueberry TV is about the only place that I can go look for this stuff at. So, but I've only got room for 3 things. What can I get rid of that is not of a lot of value into this chest? Ink sacks and iron horse armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do the light bulbs. I'm going to need the button. Must have the button. That is one thing I did is of course I went through and I dug out more material so that way I could build all that, and I also put a lot of lights up on the roof, different roofings, so that cut off the spawning. Another wandering trader showed up there, and before I could get up there, I tried to get up there to do stuff with him and stuff, and well, the husks got him. Because I slept through the night to the next day. I'm like, okay, well, there's skeletons and regular zombies up there. We'll just go through that, and then that'll be that. But I didn't think about husks. And then when I went up there, there was one. I can't even think if there was one llama up there, but there was just husks. There's like 3 or 4 husks just coming for me, and I just taken them out with the bow. It's just like, okay, leather, tethers, okay, he's gone. Okay, that's just another underwater village ruin or something like that. I would have liked. I really wish when you chose a single that the single biome gave you more variance in it, because I think it would have been nice to have a lot of the jungle temples, the underwater ruins. I think even the underwater temples would have been nice features. Pillager mansions, well, yeah, they are kind of spooky. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Pillager mansions out there, and surrounded by them. And of course, not regular villages, but dead villages, zombie villages. Those would have been cool. Yeah, I think they would have made the right touch. I'm sure there's something out there that I could probably install and actually generate a world to my likings. Thought there was a second ruined temple as opposed to the first one. Nine hundred blocks to go. And then we gotta go another 1,060 blocks back the other direction. Nice thing about Skyblock is that all the biomes exist and you can get all the effects of them. So let's say if I wanted powdered snow, I could just go over to the proper biome, build myself up really high, throw myself out a cauldron, and wait for it to fill up. There it is. There's the first desert temple. The one I was originally trying to get to before it blew up. I was just like, shocking. The portal. I went over there to get Nethrak. I think I was digging out a whole bunch of Nethrak from that. And obsidian. That's why there's so much platforming around it. There's a bunch of resources on it. I just couldn't say what. But somewhere along the lines there. Somewhere over there. Yeah, I think that's where I was starting to... I'd gotten to this point, I think. And I was getting ready to start building over to come up underneath the tower. I didn't have my earpiece in, so I was just kind of working. I turned around and the tower was gone. Okay. And again, we wait. And yes, I've had phantoms pop up while I was working on these things and attack me, so they will come. Oh, yes, they will come. Oh, Rambo's doing Delta Rune. Huh. L's doing Delta Rune too. Grimmy is doing Delta Rune. Quite's doing Delta Rune. Okay, everyone's doing Delta Rune now. Just by himself, so yeah. Rambo's got a VTubing avatar. I didn't know that. Who are they fighting? Of course, I can't hear what he's saying because I don't have my earpiece in, and I'm just killing time until the sun rises. That's it. Then we're on our way again. I'm starting, I think, to see the light. I think things are starting to change. I think I started playing Skyblock just for the survival, just to see, what it's like trying to survive out here. I mean, I watched, yes, I watched Technoblade's commentary on Skyblock. I thought that was pretty cool. I've watched Pixel Riffs do some Skyblock, and I thought, hey, this is good. My Skyblock always looks like crap because I still just build things for functionality and necessity. It's hard for me to concept building something magnificent out in the middle of the void. But I guess that's the point of it, isn't it? I mean, you're out in the middle of the void. What can you build? I should watch Generation Loss again. I didn't get to catch it live. I was working when it came around. All right, I'm starting to see sunlight on the horizon there. All right, we're gonna get moving again. Almost there. Almost there. in the desert, so we're not going to get any lightning strikes, but we will be running through other environments. How much longer is it going to take for the sun to crest? Trying to see the moon, but can't see the moon. Well, it's raining over there. We can tell because the Enderman is doing the watery jump of death. But it's, well, if it's thunderstorm over there, then it's going to stay dark and they're not going to catch on fire. Okay, we're close enough. Let's go. This isn't, sun's not rising darkness. This is thunderstorm darkness. And as long as we're in the desert, we don't have anything to worry about. Anything. Crikey, we're not in the desert anymore. Wait, we're back in the desert. Okay, everything's safe. We're in the savannah. We're in the lukewarm ocean. Okay. We have cause for alarm. Yeah. Cause for alarm. Keep running. Keep running. Just keep running. Keep running. We can get out of this. We can get out of this. Okay, keep running. Keep running. The lightning is not chasing us. It is not chasing us. We gotta keep running. Go, go. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Keep going. The trouble is, I think this is all through ocean and river biomes. Keep going. Well, we can do it. We're at 526 blocks. We can do it. We can do it. We're at 0,500. All right, I'm seeing some hope up ahead. I am seeing some hope. That is the fishing hole and failed turtle farm. That's the real turtle farm down there, down below at void level. 320. There's home. Home is in sight. Home is in sight. Okay, and we are out. We are back in Savannah. We are back in Savannah. All right. We're I think we have outrun the lightning. And we're 130 blocks away, so that means we should be in the safety of the lightning rod. Almost there. Almost there. We're home. All right, we are home. Huh. Something tells me I need to harvest my dripstone. And I don't think I really need to harvest my crimson vine, but if I do, it's there. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's drop off our loot. The string? Oh, look at that. Just a little bit more string. Okay. Some buckets. Okay. Some planks. Iron leggings and a sword. And a spare iron pickaxe. And a wooden axe. More apples. Okay. I think I have paper over here someplace, don't I? Bones. Flesh. Paper. There we go. I left the leather back with the other stuff at the temple. Okay. Enchantment book. I think that's, yeah, that's bamboo. Redstone. Turtle eggs. I got me lots of turtle eggs. Yeah, warp fungus. I just don't have anything to grow the warp fungus on. Bread. Nothing else. There we go. There we go. That all together. Add that on in. Probably going to need another. Throw that over in there. Button 2. Not the shield, not the door, not the chests. Oh. Just having trouble with my day off and doing lots of stuff online. I get very tired early on. There we go. I knew there was someplace in there. Oh. Or it could have been my tasty dinner. It's just making me sleepy. It was chicken vindaloo. Not like the good kind either. And not the really cheap kind. Kind of the mid kind. Oh, that's what I should do. Okay, so lava's looking good. Lava's looking good. That's also the obsidian farm. I'm just disappointed. I am just very disappointed. So that's where that would have taken us back out over there. So instead we're going to go this way. That's the way we came. Oh. Yeah, that actually might be the better thing to do is start opening up the nether portals and then link them all up, make for shorter trips through the areas. Make sure there's like big platforms for them for me to step out on and connection to the main roadways. Of course, I could just do something like every 800 blocks, build another portal. That's another village, which I discovered while working on this section here. As we're flying, we can go across it. All those little blocks up there, those are buried treasure. Who needs a treasure map? Well, all you have to do is run around the open sky and look for blocks hanging up in the air. There we go. This was the number 2 choice. Trial chamber, fortress, and a mansion. And for dessert, an almost completely intact shipwreck. And if I could get into the pillager's mansion and keep it from catching on fire, that would just that would be cool. But I don't know if they keep respawning in it. And there we go, of course, an outpost. All the way up there. Oh, and then down there, there it is. I should have just come this way. An ancient city. That's the question I have. Yeah, I'm guessing all those little black spots there are. Oh, those are holes. Is it? Might not. Okay, well, there's a catalyst. Okay, there's the sensors. From up there, I was going to say, are there no shriekers or sensors here? Oh, cool. Ice blocks. I definitely need to get a silk touch for that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, there's 4 of them right in there. That's new and interesting. Are we in a... Oh, this is because we're in a dripstone cave. That's cool. Even though we're in dripstone caves, which is kind of scary because none of this rates up as deep dark. Why these should be deep dark. That's about as far down as I can go. That's -60. I don't want to go any further. I'm just going to one more place. See, we're at 2,000 now. Negative 2,000. I think something like 2,200. That's it. That's it right there. That is what brought me out this far. That. What is that? Well, that is all that remains of a trail ruin, which I stripped bare. I think I was able to collect 90% of the materials. And I threw the used glow berries as my lighting while I was going through all this. Bottom of slabs, of course. But yeah, so big empty nothing. And look, right over there, it's another trial chamber. So yeah, I just kind of worked my way down, taking everything out layer by layer, transporting it back and then returning. This, I think I had either chests for holding stuff and some other tools and stuff. So, but that's going to be it for this. I'm going to take a little break. Then I'm going to hop over to Genshin Impact, start a fresh stream. If you're still around, if anyone's still around and wants to check that out, figure about 15, 20 minutes, start up a new stream, do a little Genshin Impact. I went through and did my dailies already, so we're going to be trying to do the geohypostasis because I need to raise up Noel, and I need geohypostasis stuff in order to do that. And I also need to beat bosses, and I need to spend resin, so it all goes hand in hand. So, and so we're gonna end this stream, and we're gonna end this stream, and then we'll be back soon. Thank you for watching and spending some time here. This has been a return to my Skyblock World Part 2. Eventually, next time I get an urge to do something, we're just going to go over and we're going to hit that mansion. We're going to take that mansion. We're going to dig up into it, and we're going to kick some pillager booty and take that mansion and hopefully keep it from catching on fire. So I'm going to say for now, YouTubers, I will catch you in about, if you want to come back, I'll be back in about, like I said, 20 minutes. It's 10 to midnight my time, so it's 10 to the top of the hour. Expect me back by at the latest a quarter after the top of this hour. And I will see you soon, maybe, if you're here.